American sun from the sky of Kenya, destiny charted by a puzzle of bones. He emerges from the ashes an urban phoenix, awakening spirits who've waited on bended knees, spitting earth at the roots of new generations, speaking for baobab trees that have grown tired of talking. I pour libation for him and for our globe, for the armless, earless, wordless victims of the Middle Eastern war for African oil, whose dead come to me in burqa and kaftan, Quran in hand, doing hopscotch in heaven with other victims of terrorism, some of those victims born right here in North America. I chant Mojuba for the lives inhaled by drive-bys and drive-ups, dying in nightmares, living in illusions conjured from bags of crystal hope, perishing from a virus whose cure sleeps in the medicine cabinet of a Jamaican man who never has and probably never will work for the CDC. I light incense for Michelle Obama, whose womb words carry the vibration of 50 million women who Western society has paid less, assumed to be less, because they could care less. I burn frankincense and myrrh for the greatest silence in the Congo, screaming on ears deafened by skeet skeet, blinded by Coach and Prada, shackled between McCain and Palin, wrists bound by capitalism, spirits returning in the form of whispers, ancestors marching in the footprints of Harriet, Sojourner, Frederick, and Dred Scott. I place my sacrifice at the feet of Obatala for the people of Darfur, who die in prayer position, who die chanting for justice at the crossroads of patriarchy, who died dancing for reparations in the doorway of the World Bank of oppression. I make hand claps and drum rhythms for we who decoded the ink on the pages of Malcolm's speech, for men who scribble unpopular truths across the sky in red, black, and green. I give this verbal sacrifice for social injustice, hope for the human bridge strong enough to carry us to liberation. I chant the wisdom of Cynthia McKinney, foot soldier for unspoken words of death row residents who spit holiness between bars coated with the tears of Emmett Till. They who refuse the safety of silence so that our grandchildren could be free. I remember a hymn for Bishop Yvette Flunder, whose vision for inclusivity placed her under the heat of the American sun. I thank Jesus for her peace amidst wars of exclusion, her ritual of ministry, moving underground mountains into oceans of faith. And we, the children of Mumia, whose hope swings on the dreadlocks of an ancient scribe, our brother who lives in prison but whose speech roams free. On this day, on the day of the return of the sons and daughters of Africa, I call you native son, you Asian daughter, you African mother, you Latin uncle, you Jewish auntie. I call you straight mother, you same gender loving father, you transgender husband. I call you Democratic grandmother, you Republican grandfather, you Green Party sister. I call you to the platform of justice. I call you to the field of American dreams. I call you to the footsteps made by indigenous ancestors who bled for the prospect of our equality. I call you community to bring back the icebergs, to return the rivers stolen by fools who think global warming can block the view of Mother Nature. And as we march to the beat of change and sing the gospel and preach songs of victory, believe in the prayers of our elders, remember the dreams of our ancestors, we invoke Ogun the warrior, the shield of Shango on the path of inauguration. May God protect our sacred ship as it set sail on this journey for justice. And I birthed this poem for the mountaintop in Martin's vision that we call Barack Obama. And I just want to say this ain't no ending, this is a beginning.